Norma Shearer, a shining star of the silver screen, rose to fame in the golden age of Hollywood. With her talent and determination, she became a leading lady admired for her performances in films that are still celebrated today. She won an Academy Award for her role in The Divorcee, showcasing her ability to capture complex emotions and captivate audiences. Her career spanned over 2 decades, during which she broke barriers and set new standards for actresses in cinema. Norma Shearer's legacy lives on, inspiring new generations of actors and movie lovers alike. Norma Shearer was a talented actress known for her strong characters in films during the early 20th century. She won an Academy Award and was famous for her roles in movies like The Divorcee and Marie Antoinette. Her acting brought to life many stories on the silver screen, making her a beloved figure in the history of cinema. Now, we'd love to know which of Norma Shearer's performances is your favorite. Is there a film or a moment of hers that you find special? Maybe you have a memory linked to one of her movies that brings a smile to your face. We're eager to hear about your most treasured experiences with this classic star. Share your stories and memories in the comments. Your personal connections to Norma Shearer's work make her legacy even more meaningful. Stay tuned, as we have many interesting, surprising, and touching facts about Norma Shearer to share with you. Keep watching to discover more about her remarkable life and career. Norma Shearer grew up in a time when the film industry was just beginning to flourish. Born in 1902 in Montreal, Canada, she was the oldest of 4 children. Her father's business failures and her mother's ambition led the family to move to New York. Norma's mother encouraged her to pursue acting, which sparked her interest in the craft. As a young girl, she took dance lessons and performed in local plays. Her early stage experiences were crucial in shaping her acting skills. Shearer's determination was also influenced by her mother, who acted as her mentor and guide, pushing her to follow her dreams of becoming an actress. This support played a significant role in her eventual success in Hollywood, where she became known for her talent and strong screen presence. Shearer's journey from a young performer in amateur plays to a celebrated actress in the film industry is a story of dedication and the importance of family support in nurturing talent. Norma Shearer was a leading actress in the early to mid-20th century. Her filmography includes a range of movies that showcase her talent. For those new to her work, the following films are essential. Viewing The Divorcee, this film earned Shearer an Academy Award for Best Actress. She plays a woman who challenges social norms after her marriage falls apart. A free soul known for her role as a strong-willed daughter of a lawyer, this movie highlights Shearer's ability to portray complex emotions and relationships. Marie Antoinette Shearer stars as the ill-fated Queen of France. The film is notable for its lavish production and Shearer's performance, which was well received. The women featuring an all-female cast, Shearer's role stands out in this comedy drama about the lives and relationships of socialites. These movies are a good starting point for anyone interested in Norma Shearer's work and the evolution of film during her era. Norma Shearer, the talented actress, found her passion for acting early in life. As a young girl, she would put on plays in her backyard, inviting friends and family to watch. Her enthusiasm for performance grew when she started attending theater shows with her mother, who encouraged her dreams. Norma's defining moment came when she won a beauty contest that led to her first film opportunity. This success made her realize that she could turn her love for acting into a career. She worked hard, facing many rejections, but her determination never wavered. Norma's breakthrough role in The Steelers cemented her decision to pursue acting full-time, leading to a successful career in Hollywood. Norma Shearer started her acting career with small roles like the one in The Flapper, where she played a schoolgirl. This role was before she became famous, and she did not get credit for it. Later, she took on bolder roles such as Jan Ash in A Free Soul, where she challenged the rules of her time. In one scene, she asked Clark Gable's character to hold her while lying on a bed. This was too bold for the censors, but the movie was released without cuts. In 1924, Norma Shearer was very active, working on 8 different films. She was a hard-working actress who took risks in her roles and had a busy year with many movies. Norma Shearer, a talented actress, faced many challenges in her early career. She grew up in a time when her family had little money, which made it hard for her to get acting roles. People in the movie business also doubted her because she did not fit their idea of beauty and she had a slight eye problem. But Norma did not give up. She worked hard on her acting skills and found smart ways to get noticed. She would visit studios directly to ask for work and use her unique look to stand out. Her hard work paid off, and she became a successful actress, showing that determination can overcome tough times. Norma's story teaches us that with courage and hard work, we can achieve our dreams even when things seem difficult. Norma Shearer's life and career were as eventful as they were successful. She not only captured the hearts of many through her acting, but also inspired great writers. F. Scott Fitzgerald, for example, drew from a party she hosted to create Crazy Sunday and its main character, Stella Common. Shearer's portrayal of Marie Antoinette was a feat of cinema, with a dedication to authenticity that led to the creation of thousands of costumes. The movie's costume designer, Adrian, went to great lengths, even studying paintings with a microscope to ensure the fabrics matched those of the period. The result was a collection of gowns for Shearer that were as heavy as they were beautiful, with the wedding dress alone weighing a significant amount. Off-screen, Shearer's personal life saw joy with the birth of her son, Irving Thalberg Jr., with her first husband, Irving Thalberg, when she was 28 years old. Her life off the camera was filled with moments both grand and intimate, reflecting the era she lived in and the legacy she left behind. Norma Shearer's career had several key moments that stood out. Her role in The Divorcee in 1930 was a major turning point, earning her an Academy Award for Best Actress. This film challenged social norms of the time and showcased her talent in a new light. Her peers and critics praised her for taking on such a bold role. Another significant moment was her lead role in Marie Antoinette in 1938. The film was a huge success and demonstrated her ability to carry a film as the main star. People in the industry and audiences admired her for this performance. These roles helped shape her career and left a lasting impression on the film industry. Norma Shearer, a well-known actress, had a contract that usually had her name alone at the top. However, for the movie The Women, she made an exception and allowed Joan Crawford's name to be listed with hers. When Rosalind Russell asked for the same treatment, Norma initially said no. Rosalind then took time off, claiming she was sick, and did not come back until Norma agreed to share the top billing with her too. Norma Shearer's influence reached far and wide, even to Anne Frank, who chose to put Norma's picture on her bedroom wall in her hidden home during a very dark time in history. Norma's talent also shone in her role as Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. A signed copy of this movie's script, with signatures from 27 people who worked on the film, is kept at the University of Idaho Library, a gift from Talbot Jennings in 1939. Norma Shearer, a celebrated actress of the early 20th century, was known for her dedication to her roles and her ability to convey complex emotions on screen. She approached her work with a deep understanding of her characters, often delving into their backgrounds to better portray their stories. Her unique style came from her personal belief in the strength and independence of women, which was reflected in the strong-willed characters she played. Shearer's work was shaped by her own life experiences, including her rise to fame during a time when women were fighting for equality. Her performances showed her personal growth and confidence, inspiring many with her portrayal of determined and sophisticated women. Shearer's approach to acting was methodical. She prepared extensively for each role, ensuring she could bring authenticity to her performances. This dedication made her a favorite among directors and audiences alike. Her legacy in film is marked by her ability to bring depth and sincerity to her characters, making her one of the memorable talents of her time. Norma Shearer's role as Mistress Stephen Haynes in The Women is memorable for her elegance and strength. In a unique touch, she is symbolized by a deer in the movie's opening credits. This echoes a scene from Romeo and Juliet, where she tenderly feeds a deer. Alongside her acting achievements, Norma holds a special place in film history with her brother Douglas Shearer. They earned recognition from the Academy Awards, making them the first sibling pair to both win Oscars. Norma's talent is further highlighted by her work in He Who Gets Slapped and The Women, both films honored by the Library of Congress for their significance. These movies stand out for their artistic and historical value, marking Norma's lasting influence on the film industry. Norma Shearer was a leading lady in Hollywood during the 1920s and 1930s. She won an Academy Award for Best Actress and was known for her ability to play diverse roles. Shearer helped change how women were portrayed in films, often playing strong, independent characters. Her performances encouraged more varied and substantial roles for women, influencing the industry's direction. Experts note that Shearer's work paved the way for future generations of actresses, inspiring them to seek out and demand better parts. Her influence is seen in the broader range of roles available to women today and the stories that movies tell about women's lives. Shearer's career shows that actresses can shape their careers and the types of stories that films can tell. Norma Shearer made history in Hollywood with her acting skills. She was the first actor, regardless of gender, to be nominated for 3, then 4, 5, and eventually 6 Academy Awards. Her role as Marie Antoinette in the film of the same name is well known. The movie faced delays, including one due to Shearer's pregnancy. When it was finally filmed, the initial casting plans had changed, and Charles Laughton and Elsa Lanchester were no longer part of the project. Norma Shearer's final resting place is at Forest Lawn in Glendale, California. She lies in the Great Mausoleum, Sanctuary of Benediction, next to her first husband, Irving Thalberg. Their resting place is a site of remembrance for both their personal and professional legacies. Norma Shearer, the actress, was known for her love of the arts and dedication to family. She often spoke about the importance of balance between work and home life. Shearer was also a supporter of the Motion Picture Relief Fund, which helped industry workers in need. Her passion for helping others showed in her involvement with various charities and benefits. She believed in giving back to the community that supported her career. This sense of caring and community was reflected in her roles and interactions with fans. Shearer's personal life was as rich as her on-screen presence, filled with love, art, and a desire to make a positive difference. Norma Shearer took her career and image seriously. In 1931, she became a citizen of the United States, embracing the country where she made her mark in film. Her dedication to her looks was evident. Despite limited funds, she invested in an eye doctor's expertise to correct a weaker eye. Daily swims, regular massages to tone her body, and a strict diet were part of her routine. She also spent time perfecting her makeup, choosing a light shade that highlighted her features on camera. Her commitment extended to her work environment, too. In 1927, she stood her ground and had director Victor Turjansky replaced when he doubted her ability to perform a scene due to her cross-eyed expression. Shearer's actions reflect her determination to control her career and public image, ensuring she presented her best self in every aspect. Norma Shearer, a talented actress of the early 20th century, made a strong impression with her acting skills and dedication to her craft. She showed that with hard work and passion, one can achieve great success in the film industry. Her journey encourages those starting out to stay true to their goals and keep improving their skills. Shearer's work ethic and ability to take on diverse roles serve as a guide for new actors. Her advice would likely be to focus on honing your craft, learning from every role, and never giving up on your dreams. It's important to be patient, as success in acting doesn't come overnight. Stay dedicated, and you will find your place in the industry just as she did. Norma Shearer's talent and hard work led her to become a celebrated actress, but her marriage to Irving Thalberg, a powerful studio executive, stirred rumors. Joan Crawford's comment reflects the tension and competition of the time. Shearer's role as Mistress Stephen Haynes and the women showcased her acting skills, and the film's later musical version, The Opposite Sex, saw June Allison, Dolores Gray, and Joan Collins stepping into the part Shearer and her co-stars originally played. In Marie Antoinette, Shearer portrayed the French queen with depth, and her brother Douglas Shearer contributed his expertise in sound direction, a collaboration that occurred in many films of that period. Norma Shearer's journey in the entertainment industry was driven by her strong passion for acting and her innovative approach to her roles. She broke new ground for actresses by taking on complex characters and pushing the boundaries of what was expected in her performances. Her dedication to her craft and her ability to adapt to the changing landscape of Hollywood cinema made her a beloved figure on the silver screen. Her work continues to inspire actors and filmmakers, showing that creativity and hard work can lead to lasting success and admiration. Norma's story is a powerful reminder that with talent and determination, one can leave a lasting impression on the world. Norma Shearer, a celebrated actress, had a family life that was as significant to her as her career. She became a mother to Catherine Thalberg on June 14, 1935, at the age of 32. Her daughter later gave her 3 granddaughters Ashley, Brooke, and Diva. In her professional life, Shearer's talent was recognized with 6 Academy Award nominations, showcasing her skill and dedication to her craft. Her legacy in film is marked by these achievements and her role as a matriarch, leaving a lasting impression on both her family and the film industry. Norma Shearer's family life included marriage to notable men. Her daughters married Jack Reddish, a skilled skier, Richard Anderson, an actor, and Bill Sterling, who was the mayor of Aspen. In her professional life, Shearer stood out in the early days of the Academy Awards. She was nominated for 2 movies in the same year, a common practice back then, and one for her role as Jerry in The Divorcee. This achievement was significant because it differed from the first awards, where Janet Gaynor won for 3 roles. After 1933, the rules changed to 1 nomination per film. Shearer's talent also shone through in The Women, where her influence was clear at the wrap party. Rosalind Russell, upon a playful suggestion, danced with Shearer, showing her status among her peers. Norma Shearer showed great dedication to the film Marie Antoinette, seeing it through to completion after the death of her husband, Irving Thalberg, who had started the project. Her commitment paid off, and the film was released in 1938. During her most successful years, Norma Shearer earned a significant salary of $6,000 weekly, reflecting her status as a leading actress of her time. Her legacy extends beyond the silver screen, as she was honored in 2008 with a postage stamp in Canada, celebrating her as a key figure among Canadians in Hollywood, alongside Marie Dressler, Chief Dan George, and Raymond Burr. Norma Shearer brought to life the character of Marie Antoinette in the film named after the Queen. The movie was initially planned to be in color, with every detail, including sets and costumes, created to enhance this feature. Even Shearer's fox cape was colored to match her eyes. However, to control costs, the film was shot in black and white. Shearer's personal life saw her leading an organization for animal rights in Aspen, Colorado, starting in 1989, and facing the loss of her daughter to cancer in 2006. On screen, she portrayed Jan Ash in A Free Soul, a role that many sought. But ultimately, Shearer was chosen, showcasing her talent in the competitive Hollywood landscape. Norma Shearer took on the role of Marie Antoinette after her husband, Irving Thalberg, assigned her the part of Elizabeth Barrett Browning, which Marion Davies had hoped to play. The film Marie Antoinette was made in 1938, 2 years after Thalberg's death, but it did not do well at the box office. This failure was widely publicized in the newspapers owned by William Randolph Hearst, who had left MGM with Davies. Shearer's portrayal of Jerry in The Divorcee marked a significant shift from her previous roles. She wanted to show that she could play more daring and bold characters. To prove this to the skeptical MGM producers and her husband, she took photos in lingerie. Her efforts were successful, and she won the Academy Award for Best Actress for the role in 1931. This win was known before the official ceremony, a common practice at the time. Shearer and George Arliss, the Best Actor winner, were photographed with their awards ahead of the event. Norma Shearer took on the role of Juliet, the young daughter of the Capulet family, in the film Romeo and Juliet. The director, George Cukor, was chosen by producer Irving Thalberg, who was also Shearer's husband. Thalberg's main goal was to make this film a platform to highlight Shearer's acting skills. In The Divorcee, Shearer portrayed Jerry, a role that caused a stir when she was chosen over Joan Crawford, leading to a lasting rift between the 2 actresses. Another memorable performance by Shearer was in A Free Soul, where she played Jan Ash. During a scene where a mule unexpectedly chased and knocked down James Gleason, Shearer's genuine surprise was captured on film, showing that the incident was unplanned. Norma Shearer made her mark in the film industry with her performance in The Divorcee, which earned her the Best Actress Oscar at the 3rd Academy Awards in 1930, making her the 3rd actress to receive this honor. Her role as Jan Ash in A Free Soul was a subject of contention. Adela Rogers St. John's had initially envisioned Joan Crawford for the lead, but Shearer's determination secured her the role. This decision led to Crawford's well-known comment about the challenges of competing with Shearer, highlighting the influence of Shearer's relationship with MGM's production chief, Irving Thalberg. Norma Shearer, a celebrated actress, was remembered on Turner Classic Movies during their Summer Under the Stars event. They dedicated a whole day to her films on what would have been her birthday. Shearer showed her talent in The Women as Mistress Stephen Haynes. Back in 1925, she took on a challenging double role in Lady of the Night, where Joan Crawford, in her first film role, acted as her body double for certain scenes. Shearer's family connections in the film industry included being the sister-in-law of John Ward. Norma Shearer stands among a select group of actresses honored with an Oscar nomination for playing a queen. She joined this group with her role in Marie Antoinette. While filming The Divorcee, Shearer was expecting her first child, which led to careful camera work to conceal her pregnancy. Her professionalism shone as she moved straight into her next film, Let Us Be Gay with No Break. In The Women, Shearer portrayed Mistress Stephen Haynes, earning praise from co-star Joan Fontaine for her warm and dignified presence. Fontaine also admired director George Cukor for his skillful management of the all-star cast, ensuring a positive and respectful filming experience for everyone involved. Norma Shearer's life was marked by strong personal choices and professional challenges. In 1927, her love for Irving Thalberg led her to convert to Judaism, and she stayed true to this faith for the rest of her life, long after Thalberg's death. Her role as Mistress Stephen Haynes in The Women showed her determination to maintain her status in Hollywood, which eventually led to Rosalind Russell returning to work after Shearer agreed to share top billing. Shearer's portrayal of Marie Antoinette was surrounded by rumors of financial sabotage by Louis B. Mayer, who was eager to regain full control over MGM. Despite the loss of her husband and business partner, Shearer held significant influence in the studio until she stepped away from acting in 1942, never to return to the silver screen. Norma Shearer made history with her performance in Romeo and Juliet as the first actress nominated for an Academy Award for a Shakespearean role. She was dedicated to her craft and personal life, evident in her choice to keep her wedding ring on for every role, cleverly hiding it with tape. Her portrayal of Mistress Stephen Haynes in The Women is notable not just for her acting, but also for the real tension with co-star Joan Crawford. Their professional clash peaked during a scene rehearsal, leading to a heated exchange and Crawford's temporary exit from the set. Despite this, Shearer's commitment to her role never wavered, showcasing her professionalism in the face of challenges. Norma Shearer took on the role of Jerry in The Divorcee, a part that Greta Garbo had rejected. Garbo found the plot, which centered on a woman's bold response to her husband's infidelity, too offensive. Shearer, eager for a challenge, convinced her husband, Irving Thalberg of MGM, to cast her in this groundbreaking role. Her portrayal was a departure from her previous work and showcased her ability to tackle more complex characters. Joan Crawford, another star at MGM, often felt overlooked for roles that were given to Shearer. Crawford's frustration was evident when she commented on Shearer's advantage due to her marriage to Thalberg, suggesting that her success was not just about talent, but also personal connections. Shearer's life off-screen was just as interesting. She and Thalberg hosted the famous writer F. Scott Fitzgerald at their beach house. This visit inspired Fitzgerald, leading him to include experiences from his time with them in his works Crazy Sunday and the unfinished novel The Last Tycoon, where he captured the essence of Hollywood's golden era. Shearer's influence extended beyond the screen, touching the lives of those around her and leaving a mark in literature. Norma Shearer stood out in her portrayal of Marie Antoinette, earning her an Academy Award nomination, a rare honor for an actress in such a role. She was part of a unique trio of Canadian actresses, following Mary Pickford and preceding Marie Dressler, who each won the Best Actress Oscar in consecutive years. The elegance Shearer brought to the screen as Marie Antoinette was so memorable that the same gown and wig were chosen for Lucille Ball in Du Barry Was a Lady and Jean Hagen in Singin' in the Rain, linking these performances across decades. Norma Shearer took an active role in politics, supporting Dwight D. Eisenhower during his presidential campaign. Her film career includes starring roles in 5 films nominated for the Best Picture Oscar. Notably, she won the Best Actress Oscar for her role in The Divorcee. She also received nominations for her performances in the Barretts of Wimpole Street and Romeo and Juliet. In Romeo and Juliet, she played Juliet, the daughter of Capulet. Despite the film's success, some viewers noted that Shearer and her co-star Leslie Howard were older than the teenage characters they played. Howard was 43, and Shearer was 34 at the time of the film's release. Norma Shearer, known for her acting skills, faced a tough situation during the making of That's Entertainment. She felt overlooked in the film, especially in scenes with Clark Gable. Despite her efforts, the scene stayed unchanged. Shearer, who came from a family with a strong film background, including her sister Athol and her brother Douglas, a respected sound director, had a significant career herself, being nominated for the Oscar 6 times. Her talent and dedication to her craft shone through in every role she played. Norma Shearer shined as Marie Antoinette in the film named after the Queen. She loved this role the most. In A Free Soul, she played Jan Ash and was often filmed from her left side due to her eyes. At MGM Studios, her fellow actors saw her as the leading lady, a true star among stars. Her talent and presence on screen made her a central figure in the golden age of Hollywood. Norma Shearer's portrayal of Juliet, the daughter of Capulet in Romeo and Juliet, stands out as a significant achievement in her acting career. She is the only actress to have been nominated for an Academy Award for playing Juliet on screen. Born to Edith Shearer, Norma had a notable presence in cinema. Interestingly, while researching for Natalie Wood's biography, Suzanne Finstead found that Norma was considered for the role of Lucy Muir in The Ghost and Mistress Muir in 1947. This role could have been her comeback after a break since her last film in 1942, Her Cardboard Lover. However, this did not come to pass, and Her Cardboard Lover remains her final film appearance. Norma Shearer's portrayal of Marie Antoinette deeply influenced Eva Peron, shaping her life and style. Shearer's personal life faced tragedy when her son, a philosophy professor, passed away from cancer in 1988. She also appeared as a barn dancer in the film Way Down East, sharing the scene with her mother, sister, and Una Merkel, who would later become well known in the film industry. This small role marked one of her early appearances on the big screen. Norma Shearer, a well-known actress, once had Richard Anderson as her son-in-law. She made notable decisions in her career, such as not taking the lead roles in 2 famous films, Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind and the main character in Mistress Miniver. Shearer was also known for playing Juliet, the daughter of Capulet in Romeo and Juliet. Her portrayal of Juliet wasn't her first. She had played the role before in the Hollywood Revue of 1929. Additionally, Leslie Howard, who acted alongside her as Romeo, reprised his role in The Beginning of Its Love, after in 1937. Norma Shearer found love again with a ski instructor, marrying him 6 years after her first husband passed away. She then said goodbye to her acting career. She had a successful run at MGM, starring alongside Robert Montgomery in 5 films. In The Divorcee, she played Jerry, and an interesting fact is that the music for a nightclub scene was actually taken from an earlier film, reused to add to the atmosphere of the scene. This kind of recycling was not uncommon in the early days of film. Norma's life off-screen was just as eventful as her on-screen performances, balancing personal happiness with a demanding and successful career in Hollywood. Norma Shearer, in her role as Jan Ash in A Free Soul, wore a stunning tangerine velvet negligee that caught everyone's attention. It was not just any dress, it had a long train that added to her elegance, especially in the scene where she invites Clark Gable's character with open arms. Beyond her screen presence, Norma was connected to Hollywood through family ties as well, being the sister-in-law of the famous director Howard Hawks. Her portrayal of Juliet, the daughter of Capulet in Romeo and Juliet, was memorable too. She donned a Juliet cap, a headpiece that took its name from the character she played, becoming a symbol of the role in many adaptations of the play. Norma Shearer's performances and style made her a beloved figure in the golden era of cinema. Norma Shearer brought life to Juliet, the daughter of Capulet, in a unique way during the Hollywood Revue of 1929. She and John Gilbert, playing Romeo, added a twist to the classic balcony scene with modern slang, only to realize Shakespeare's original words were unmatched. In the same vein, the Capulet Ball was set to Thomas Wilkes' Welcome's Sweet Pleasure, a piece nearly as old as the play itself, giving the scene an authentic touch. Shearer's role as Jerry in The Divorcee was a bold move, as she portrayed a character that was advised against, even by her maid, for its negative image. Yet, she embraced the challenge, showcasing her ability to tackle diverse roles. Norma Shearer showed her acting skills as Jan Ash in the movie A Free Soul. This film is notable for its cast, including Norma Shearer, who had already won an Oscar, and Lionel Barrymore, who won an Oscar for his role in this film. It also featured Clark Gable before he won his Oscar, and Leslie Howard and James Gleason, who would both later be nominated for Oscars. In another turn of events, Norma Shearer was the first choice for the role of Norma Desmond in the 1950 film Sunset Boulevard. However, she decided not to take the role, and it went to Gloria Swanson, who was nominated for an Oscar for her performance. Norma Shearer also worked with her mother, Edith Shearer, in the 1924 film A Clouded Name, showcasing a family connection in her early career. Norma Shearer's love for the film industry didn't fade with her retirement. Her keen eye for talent led her to suggest the receptionist's daughter at a ski lodge to MGM, who turned out to be Janet Leigh, a future star. Similarly, she spotted a young businessman by a pool who would become known as Robert Evans in the industry. Not only did Shearer have a knack for recognizing future stars, but she also made history with her own acting roles. She was the only actress to play both Juliet in Romeo and Juliet in Marie Antoinette and Marie Antoinette, earning Academy Award nominations for both portrayals. In The Women, she played Mistress Stephen Haynes, and although Marion Davies was considered for the role of Sylvia Fowler, which would have seen her act alongside Shearer, and Joan Crawford, the role went to someone else because William Randolph Hearst objected to Davies playing a negative character. Davies' career ended shortly after, with her last film released in 1937. Norma Shearer's portrayal of Marie Antoinette in the film Marie Antoinette left a lasting impression on Eva Peron, leading her to emulate Shearer's look by dyeing her hair blonde. The film holds a special place as Peron's favorite. In the making of the movie, Irving Thalberg initially considered Mistress Patrick Campbell for the role of the Countess de Noailles, but it ultimately went to Cora Witherspoon. This casting choice is one of the many behind-the-scenes decisions that shaped the film's production. Norma Shearer, a star of the silver screen in the early 20th century, faced a personal tragedy that was as dramatic as any film she starred in. Despite her success, she endured the pain of losing her husband, Irving Thalberg, at a young age. Thalberg, a prominent figure in Hollywood, passed away unexpectedly at 37 due to pneumonia, leaving Shearer a widow with 2 young children. This loss deeply affected her, both personally and professionally, as she navigated life and her career without her partner and confidant. Norma Shearer's work in film has touched many lives. If you have memories or thoughts about her movies, please share them in the comments. Your stories help keep her memory alive. If you enjoy celebrating the stars who have shaped our movie experiences like this video, share it with friends and subscribe for more. Your support helps us bring more stories and memories to you.